casual, like a race car flight, but it ain't a car. It's a super fast tortoise going the speed of light, breaking all the
Even in space, a group of tortoises is called a creep. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends that bend the senses. Let's get up, it's senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Super Fast Tortoise Morning Coffee Show.
Hey, everybody! Look at time it is. The Olympics are going on. Super Bowl is yesterday, and the ban list thing is today. Whoop, whoop!
Woo, woo, party people.
Party people! That's right. Let's get excited. Let's get pumped. Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you guys do anything exciting on your weekend?
It was chaos incarnate, but it was a phenomenal weekend.
Nice.
Phenomenal. Chaos incarnate would be a great way to describe it, since I was at like 3 back-to-back nieces and nephews' kids' birthday parties.
My weekend was terrible. Hot water heater went out, so I'm waiting on the landlord to come today and fix it.
Yeah, I had to boil that water for the showers or for the bath.
Yeah, I did. I hate doing that. Dang blanket, it ain't the dang gone stone age yet.
Mm-hmm. What is it? Lone Wolf had a birthday this weekend. Hope he had a blast.
If you call sleeping a blast, I would say so. I got much needed rest.
Talking about at our age.
The older you get, the more that's what you want.
At our age, sleeping is considered an event.
Well,
I'm right, it is.
I must be aging backwards then, because I want less sleep as I'm getting older.
Must be. But first of all, let's introduce everybody. First, we have next to me. Time to rock!
We got the TheoneRAYman.
That's right. Woo woo.
I'm back, live and in living color.
Live in living color. Such an underrated show.
Agreed.
Then next to him, we got MTG HILLBILLY.
Dag blaggit.
He's got the looks. See, that's growing on you. It's growing on you. Underneath me, we have
The Rhinoblitz.
What's up, The Crash? How's it going, followers of my channel? Thanks for having me here at Tortoise.
Yeah, no problem. It's going to be a fun, exciting day. And next to Rhinoblitz, we have
Lone Wolf.
That's right. Yeah. All excited. So first of all, we had a good weekend. I went to the store, went grocery shopping. Wife had to get a new diet's worth of stuff because she's on a new medication. And I got 3 packs of Lorwyn. And each pack I got something spicy for decks. Like one card I got is called Tam Mindful First Year.
Ooh,
Yep.
Nice.
Which
I'm solid.
well, I'm trying to get it to focus.
I don't see it on the horizontal anyway.
But Tam Mindful First Year is basically a mother of runes for my Eldrazi deck.
Nice.
Because you can give all your Eldrazi's, one of your Eldrazi's, all colors for the turn and give it hexproof. Save it from removal. Yeah.
I
Then
only see half your face on the horizontal anyway.
that's right. Then on another card that I really wanted from the set, just because I thought it was great, that I was happy to pull, was Kinskare Sentry.
Nice.
Like I have a deck that this can go in. And I was like, well, that's crazy. This is a cool deck, a cool card, and there's one of the hot white cards from Lorwyn.
Yeah, it works with multiple creatures. The way it works.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Badger Mole.
And then the biggest money hit I got was Thunderflock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that will go in my Eldrazi deck, even though I don't run a lot of elementals in it. But having a board wipe is pretty fun.
I got an elemental deck.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Wanted to show those off. Let's say hello to chat. Cane Shaker. He's like, hello. He's like, dibs on the cards. That's right. Dibs. Always dibs. Cane Shaker, you rock. Let me make you a sound effect. I do. Well, I'm so excited to see you here, Cane Shaker. Hope things are going well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for all putting in all the commands. But yeah, so Super Bowl was fun. Won't get into everything about the Super Bowl. I was there mainly for the commercials. The game was actually entertaining. Halftime show was there. I enjoyed it, and I didn't. It was a mix.
Danced the whole halftime show. It was great.
Like I enjoyed the music. I would say that. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the dancing. I just wish I could understand it. But, one day we'll have the AI generation that will automatically tell you what the words are in situations like that, which will be cool.
My understanding is if you watched it on Peacock, if you turned the closed captionings on, it would translate it.
Oh, we watched it on Peacock, and we never heard of such things.
Yeah, I heard some people talk. Well, I didn't know about it at the time. I heard some people talking about it this morning.
Nice. That's awesome. And apparently, in the halftime show, there was a couple that got married in the show, and it sounds like that was an actual wedding in the halftime show.
It was. Yeah. They invited him to the wedding, and he said he couldn't do it because he had a prior engagement for that day. And Rock Nation got involved and got it squared away. So that was an actual wedding. That couple legit got legally married yesterday.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Aaron Source Rex. What's up?
One thing, they won't forget their anniversary.
No, that's right.
I would hope not. I hope not.
Well, welcome to the show, Aaron Source Rex. We're happy that you're here. Give you your obligatory roar. Yeah, that's right. And Mini-Me. Hello. Yes, correct. Yeah, that's right. Awesome. And all right, well, I know if you have to go, you have to go. I understand.
Brother.
All right. Hey. So, yeah, that was my weekend. Tried different things. Tried having fun. We did have fun this weekend. It was crazy. It was amazing. I put him over here where I switch these around. So if we ever need a pop-up chat, Lone Wolf is not showing his face, so we can use that to our advantage. I don't know if I ever use the pop-up chat thing much anymore, but I don't know. I'm bipolar. I just do it. But HILLBILLY, thank you. So anyways, it's an amazing day. The topic of the day will be the banned restricted commander list, but we got to get to the first part of the day, which we know the first part of the day is
Card of the day.
Woo woo! Thunderflock is the card of the day.
Thunderflock.
Yeah.
Oh,
I chose this card because I pulled it and I was reading it. I'm like, it's a board wipe for blue.
It's basically Cyclonic Rift.
It's a slow Cyclonic Rift. It does great things. Not everybody runs elementals, so it's going to be a fun card to try out for sure. Yes, and it's about worth like $8 or $9 on Card Kingdom, but I saw it for 86 cents on TCG Player. I don't know what the deal is, but hey, I don't know why.
So The card was the card was used in the Pro Tour 2 weekends ago. So there was a run on it, right? So all of the actual like brick and mortar places, Card Kingdom, Star City, I went and looked at Cool Stuff as well as Noble Knight, and their prices are all up a little bit in that same range, $6-8. But on TCG Player, like this was $1, like $1 bulk rare at launch,
Right.
and as we've talked about, I have this theory that they just put out a ton of Lorwyn Eclipse like product. So when a card gets popular, there's so much of it out there that the price is going to go up, and then after a few days, it's going to come back down just because there's so much of the supply.
Right.
Which, if you want to play these cards, is great, right? Because you're not having to spend a small fortune to get a play set of a card, especially for something like Standard where you need a full.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
Like it's like I can see this card just being played for the Cyclonic Rift-ness of the card. Because it's not exactly Cyclonic Rift, but it's so good.
I mean, if you're playing Elementals, it is.
Yeah, it's Cyclonic Rift.
Like if you're playing Elementals, then it's basically Cyclonic Rift, because it's only hitting your opponent's board instead of yours.
Right, because Hillbilly's like, I got an Elemental deck.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lorwyn.
That's right.
Deck.
Yeah, that deck's going to need some land love.
Yeah, I noticed that it does have a lot of issues with low land.
I played 4 games with it Saturday. We played a bunch of pre-con games and kind of people getting preparation for playing their pre-cons on stream and playing for the tournament coming up before long. And while the deck is pretty slow, the land base in the deck is terrible.
Right.
If they let you cook even the tiniest amount, you can just explode and win out of nowhere.
Right. If they let you cook. All right.
Yeah, and the deck doesn't do anything, so like killing you early is a liability. It's that conundrum. Like you're sitting at a table, you got 4 players, and you're like, well, this guy's not really doing anything. Do I want to waste resources on killing him?
I mean,
if he's not doing anything, and then the elementals just explode all over the place. So,
one thing about the Thunderflock is you can cast it for 2 mana if you got 7. If you got 7 creatures out,
7 elementals, yeah.
Which why this card here is so good.
Oh, it is good.
Or you can just evoke it for 4 off of your Ashling, right? If you're playing Commander, you just evoke it. It's really good. Your power cards good in Standard, cards good in Commander. Yep. I'm glad that it's a good card that's cheap, because I'm of the belief people should have access to good Magic cards. I don't want to play against someone's wallet. I want to play against their deck building skills, their playing skills.
I want this card for my elemental deck, but I just want to play the deck first for what it is.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I've never played a 5-color deck before. This is my first 5-color deck.
Ooh. And it could be a fun venture, because there's a lot of good elementals throughout history. I don't know what's on your deck, but there's a lot of good elementals throughout history in Lorwyn. Yeah.
The Precon has a lot of good ones like built into the box. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, with that, we're going to move to the picture of the day. The picture of the day is waiting for the ban list update to be revealed. Feels like waiting for a lawyer.
Well, that picture took a dark turn.
Right. Well, that's sometimes how it feels. You're waiting for the rules committee to come out and tell you what's legal, what's not legal, what you did wrong, or what you're doing right. That's crazy.
Sure.
But yeah, it was a fun picture. I'm looking forward to drafting some Eclipse in the near future. Cane Shaker, that's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. I appreciate that. But yeah, picture
There's a surprisingly good amount of cards at the uncommon rarity in this set.
Oh, yeah.
The 2 cards that I want for my deck is Bloom Tender and Leyline of the Guild Pack.
I was hoping for a Bloom Tender when I opened packs, but when I opened my packs and got the rares I got, I'm like, this is the first time in a couple years I opened some packs and actually got things I wanted to play. The Lorwyn is killing it if it's doing that. Oh, there, Mana Monk. All right, now, with that, my friends, we need to get to the next segment of the day, which is presented by Discord. We have the question of the day. I got a question of the day. I made it up this morning just for you to see what you can answer. Let's go. Super Fast Tortoise here with the question of the day. The question of the day is, what if we changed the ban list to banning cards for bracket levels? So you can have a card like Jeweled Lotus that's banned in brackets 1, 2, and 3, but not banned in bracket 4. What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below.
I like that. I like that idea.
That's cool. That's cool.
And no ban cards in CEDH at all. Well, I think that would be a pretty good, thing to do because if they did that, because it'll let people play these banned cards. But they'd have to play 4 play them, but still leaves that opportunity open to for those cards to see playability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're welcome, MTG Gaming Bob. I still remember that video. It's still good. Howdy. Yeah, you're right. That's a good thing to mention. And Manamux's Lawrence, fantastic. And did Turtle Boy pay full price for some light pizza? That's right. But anyways, what are you thinking over there, Rayman?
I don't trust Hasbro, or I don't trust Wizards to make proper distinctions about what needs to be banned at which level. Mm-hmm. I don't. They're getting some of that faith back. I think the changes they made today that we're going to talk about here before long are good changes. So they're getting some of that back, but I'm still wary about Wizards' ability to properly ban things.
Well, they seem to be banning things based off of community response and research right now. That's a good thing, but at the same time, like they talked about the hybrid mana thing, they're waiting for more of a less split thought process of the overall player base. So hopefully it's all well educated and done when they do stuff like that. But what do you think, Lone Wolf?
I think it's somewhat of a good idea, but I also don't see. I also think it'd cause a lot of problems doing it that way. Like it sounds like it's a good idea up until it probably happened, and then it would just be a mess.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you would have to track multiple ban lists, right? Like instead of just tracking a single ban list, you'd have to track. Okay, if we're playing bracket 2. Then this gigantic list of cards are going to be banned, right? It's going to be because if you split the ban list up by brackets, then there has to be meaningful difference. If not, then why do it, right?
Right.
So how many cards are going to be banned from bracket 2? 100, 300? It's going to have to be some. It's going to have to be it's going to have to be a reasonable amount, or why else even split the brackets? The bans.
Yeah. So my thought process on the question was take off the ban list, then take out the ban list altogether. Then cards that were banned, that are too strong for just being on the game changers list, but people want to play in bracket 4, bracket 5 games. They could be these cards are banned all the way up to this bracket. And I think we could have a smaller list than a bigger list.
If we're basically just unbanning the ban list for CEDH, then fine. That's right. I'm fine with it.
That was my thought process behind it. But I made the question the way I did it because I want to get people's reactions. And yes, Kane Chicker is all about banning the ban list. By the way, yeah, he's always been that way. Get rid of the ban list.
I don't think it's needed anymore. I mean, I think there should be a couple of cards on it that just drag the game out, the white one we talked about the other day, whose name I can't, for whatever reason, I can't pronounce it currently. That just makes you play a sub game of Magic. That card just needs to be banned because it's just annoying, right? And you can't. No one wants to play 2 games of Magic to settle how 1 game of Magic ended. Other than that, I don't think there's many cards that actually need to be banned. I think the bracket system is going to put them where they need to go.
Right. I think it's getting better to the point where they need to fix it. Like they can fix the ban list.
Agreed.
I'd be there. Gaming Bob says the Commander ban list. The announcement was a nothing burger. I don't think it's exactly nothing burger, but I get what you're saying. But with
Hey,
that,
I get to put Lutri in a deck finally. I'm very excited.
but with that, my friends, we got to get to the show divider.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. This is a free show on YouTube. It is completely volunteer-based. This program is made possible by viewers like you, and share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And also by contributions made to your Super Fast Tortoise channel and from viewers like you. You all rock. You are awesome.
You're crazy!
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Woo woo! So let's get to this ban announcement. We've been dancing around it all morning, holding it for the first segment of the show. But now let's get into it. The ban and restricted announcements. This was a little bit underwhelming, but we did get Biorhythm unbanned and Lutri unbanned, with the exception it can't be a commander.
It can't be a companion. It can be your commander, it just can't be your companion.
Yeah. So that was interesting. And you're talking about weird restrictions like hindering the game. This is a weird restriction. But it makes sense why they did it, because any blue-red deck would just run it. As a companion.
You just have a companion in your every single Izzet deck would just have this as a companion.
Yep, have an extra card in their hand basically.
And it doesn't count towards your 99, so it's just an extra card. Right.
Right.
So it makes sense as to why they banned it as a companion, because it literally, if your deck ran Izzet colors, this was just going to be in your companion zone every single deck, and there's no reason not to at all.
Right.
Because you're not giving anything up for it. Yeah. So that's interesting. I think Biorhythm is a fine addition to come off of the ban list. Like the only time it would be really broken is if you're just like biorhythming super early to wipe the table.
Right.
And outside of brackets 4 and 5, you're not going to be doing that super early. You can't play this before turns. You can't play this before turn 7. You can play it on turn 7, but you can't play it before turn 7. So, sure, like that's a lot of time for people to build up board states and to build up answers to, the inevitable biorhythm that's coming.
Right. Oscar says the ban announcement was slightly disappointing. Well, some of us Some of us agree. Some of us think it was slightly disappointing. I think the anticipation for this once a year deal was more expecting a bigger explosive announcement than we got.
Well, it's not once a year.
Well,
this isn't once.
This
is the first one for this year.
Yeah,
but this will happen again in 3 months. It's quarterly.
Kenny Checker says, "Cool. I love the old radio dial. Thank you." Rayman gave me the idea. So basically, we're just like a radio show on the YouTubes. Yeah. Madamux says, "Prophet is banned. Seaborn Muse is not. This is an example of why it doesn't work." We
talked about this Friday.
Yeah,
I made that exact argument Friday.
Yep.
Right. One gives your creatures flash, the other one doesn't.
And one untaps everything you control, and the other one doesn't.
Right. I think Gavin is a dork. You got to be a dork to play these games. The Legion of Potatoes. What's up? Good afternoon. Are these the only changes on the ban list? Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
So, Gaming Bob says, "So what on Lutri? Even if it is a companion, technically not every Izzet deck can run it. Dragon's Approach, Persistent Petitioners, and the 7 Dwarves. Izzet can't have it as a companion."
Oh, okay. So if we're gonna take away 1% of the Izzet decks, then we can say, okay, not every Izzet deck can run it. But you're talking about such a small, tiny little sliver of decks that run Dragon's Approach, Persistent Petitioners, and 7 Dwarves. in Commander. I would dare say that it's about 1%, if not less, of all the Izzet decks that run these.
Right.
So, I mean, you can edge case everything in Magic, right?
Right. Well, there's times we just get down to splitting hairs on debating something.
Yeah, you can edge case everything.
But Rhinoblitz, what's up? So just put together an Alexios deck that attempts to do World Slayer with Indestructible, so every player blows the world every turn. Nice. And yeah, you're right. It's not even a game changer if it is a companion. Yep. Like, it's crazy that they unbanned it without it becoming a game changer. But I think the fact that it's not a companion is why they're able to do that.
Yeah, they talk about why it was banned in the first place in the article, right? Like Gavin talks about how when the card was made, before it was ever spoilered anything, they talked to the commander that they weren't even in charge of at the time, right? But they went and talked to him and said, "Hey, look, we're making this card. We know that you're going to have to ban this as soon as it's announced. We understand."
Honestly, during that video of the unbanned list and stuff they were talking about, I was surprised that we didn't get even a mention of Eevee being talked about as a game changer.
Yep.
About Vivi being a game changer?
Yeah.
That's because Vivi, so they're taking away almost all of the game changers out of the commanders as game changers.
Mm-hmm.
And like, guys, I've played the deck a lot. Vivi is a very good card, but he's not as powerful as Urza or Yuriko or Jingataxius, the cards that were on there as a game changer, right?
And they were talking about possibly unbanning Grizzlebroke in a future unbanned list as a possible game changer.
And I think they should. I think they should unban him. But I don't even have a deck on him.
I agree some cards should be on the game changer list, and I agree some cards can be taken off the game changer list. And thinking of such things, here's the most updated game changer list. And if you notice on here, there's a Farewell.
Yep, Farewell has been added to the game changers list.
Yeah. Farewell's been added to the game changer list. It's a good game changer because it can exile everything and change the game.
Yep.
Sanity.
Which I agree about Farewell being a game changer.
Since the game Bob Lutri only copies one spell when you cast it. Man.
Yeah, take a look at that red. Take a look at that red list right there, and the second one down, Jessica's Will. The first time somebody copies a Jessica's Will on you, trust me, you'll see why giving anything that copies anything in Izzet is something you have to keep an eye on, right? Copying Jessica's Will is cracked.
Well, the real Wiz, long time no see. What's up? It says, bruh, that's a long list. They hit all of this recently. Well, they just hit it today.
But these aren't banned. These are just game changers. These are not banned. You can still play these in Commander.
Yeah. This is a game changers list.
So here's a question. Yeah. Go ahead.
Izzet Potato says Izzet players do not need more access to more copying. That's funny.
All right, here's a question. How many cards did they add to the game changer?
Well, just one.
Just one?
Well, technically two. They added Farewell, and then Biorhythm got added on. So technically two.
Yeah. Biorhythm I kind of don't count because it just got unbanned. So, But yeah, Biorhythm's on the game changers list because it's so good. Or it used to be so good. We're waiting to see it. And as we saw a game with Core about a week ago, you can have that out by turn 2. And Humility is a crazy card, but Farewell, like I think has a salt level that people want to take care of.
Yeah. I hate when that Farewell was in standard. I hated going against it because it resets the whole entire board. I mean, yeah, your opponent has to reset their board and all, but I'm talking about making a game longer. That don't make a game longer because you have to reset up everything.
And they specifically talk about that's why it's on the game changers list now. Is that it just restarts the game basically and requires everybody to build back up.
Mhm.
And that's a play pattern that they don't want at lower brackets, or not as often as lower brackets, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Oscar says Biorhythm isn't a good card anymore. Well, we see a card like Biorhythm hit the battlefield turn 2, 1 board wipe, boom.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to say it's not good. I will say it's not powerful enough to
Still working on it.
to be ban worthy, right? Like it's still a good card.
Still a good card, but yeah, I think it's worthy to be on the game changers list because of what it can do and what deck is running it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Because
freaking.
is Biorhythm 8 mana or 7?
It is 8 mana.
Yeah. So I could legitimately and incredibly consistently drop this on 3 in my Bugenhagen deck.
Right.
Now I don't have a way to like blow up everybody's creatures, right? But I can consistently drop this on 3 in Bugenhagen.
Oh yeah, and look, it says each player's life total becomes the number of creatures he or she controls. Like turn 2 with everybody has like 1 or 0 creatures. That's a large change and shift in the game.
For sure.
So yeah, like playability. All right, and with that, one thing we want to talk about is Rhystic Study. Is of course very powerful and a nuisance for many, especially in competitive Commander, but also a card many people love. We would have to see more pretty serious signs and public opinions change before touching that card. The bar to ban the card in Commander is quite high, and I would expect any action to be taken if anything remains to the current trajectory. With that said, we'll continue watching Rhystic Study, and we'll welcome your feedback.
This is what we were talking about. I think we were talking about it backstage before the show started in our pre-show meeting. That I just don't see much being banned in the future, right? They want it to be like absolutely and utterly warp the format like Nadu did, and in a bad way, right? If Nadu's turns were deterministic, like if Nadu took a 20-minute turn and killed you, then Nadu wouldn't be banned in Commander.
Right.
But Nadu will take a 25-minute turn and then go, oh, okay, pass. And that sucked. That was so annoying, and that's why Nadu got hit.
Right.
If Nadu would just kill you, then it just would have been a game changer, and that'd have been it.
Now, Legion Potato says, I think it's the fact that any commander could have Lutri. There are copying commanders, and that's not new. And the fact that everyone could get a copy or consistency. That's right.
Yeah.
That's talking about Lutri.
Yeah. Lutri,
I think Rutha is superior to Lutri. There's probably a lot of superior cards. What it does, I'm banning it, is hold on a second. When I'm banning it, is adding more consistency to decks that have it. Whoa! Oops! Gift of 1 super chat member. Whoa! I wish I could highlight it, but it won't let me.
Oops!
Oh no! All right, hold on a second. I'm trying to see where it is. It's up here. MTG Gaming Bob received 1 gift membership. Oops! What's up?
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, StreamYard doesn't show the who gets it, so I had to go to the vertical. I appreciate that. Oops, you rock. You're awesome. And Game Bob, welcome to the membership. Let's see. With that, so let's open up the floor to discussing everything we just kind of talked about. Like, it seems crazy that we only got two unbans. And look, as much as I like the ban list, and trust me, I do favor the ban list for certain cards. Like, I think they should unban everything but the Power 9 on this ban list. But I think they should make changes where you can run the Power 9 and CEDH because people will eat that up like crazy. But like that's just my personal opinion.
So I think the reason they don't unban the power for CEDH is eventually WotC wants to run CEDH tournaments.
Right.
That I have no doubt that eventually they want to do that.
Right.
And if you say, hey, the Power 9 is legal in CEDH, what you've done is you've said all these people, hey, if you're not playing in a sponsored WotC CEDH tournament, go proxy the Power 9 and put it in your deck.
Right. Right, but you understand, like, from the question of the day, like I think certain cards like the Power 9 should be like banned in certain brackets, but unbanned in brackets. I want to use
like there's part of the Power 9 that's not banned in Commander.
Right. The Time
Twister's not banned.
Nope.
Like you can play Time Twister now.
Right, Time Twister is not banned.
It's the only one of the power that isn't. But it's also, it doesn't draw you 3 cards for 1 mana. It doesn't let you take an extra turn for 2, and it doesn't produce you crap tons of mana for free. So I kind of get why it's not on the ban list. Good card, obviously, but
good card for sure. Yeah, because Time Twister is like a powerful windfall. I'm over here now. It seems like nobody wants to be on the other view, and all the other chat is coming from here. You're on the cell phone version. All right. I'm sorry. I was talking to K-Chicker the other day on the phone, and he's like, you're talking to people, and I don't see their chats. I'm like, well, it's MTG Game Bob. So I'm online with your thinking ST. Have a slight modification. Make the additional game changers list even more game changer list with everything that's currently banned. Right. Like that's kind of the whole idea is kind of like fixing some cards, because some cards are obviously too powerful for like a core 2 deck. If you pull it, it just takes over the game. Sometimes that's how it is, and like there's no other than actually following Gavin Verhey's words that are not on the game changers list, but talk about the game changers list. It just like I think it will help people clarify what kind of decks they want. All right, TCR D&D's question: what is your opinion on the committee's cooked field decision to remove Kinnan from the list update? Well, I've played Kinnan in a couple decks because I own a Kinnan, and in the decks I built for him, he wasn't really that great. I have a deck. He could be put in that probably make him stronger, but they're just trying to release the ban list.
I mean, so Kinnan was just a game changer. He wasn't banned, right? Kinnan was just a game changer in the last list. And they took off almost all of the commanders that they put on the list just because they were super powerful in the command zone, right? They took Yuriko off the list. They took Ataxius off the list. Kinnan's off the list. Urza came off. All of those came off.
Right.
And it's because for 2 reasons. One, if it's in the command zone, you know what it's doing, and you know what they're trying to do with it, right? Mm-hmm. Like if you're sitting down at a table and somebody has an Urza High Lord Artificer, you know what they're going to do with this card.
Right.
You need to play it appropriately. To take your mulligan appropriately, you need to play the deck knowing that that's there.
Right.
And second of all, no one is going to be able to play a very just powerful Kinnan deck at any bracket above 4 above anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're playing Kinnan in bracket 3, he's going to be bad. Or at least much, much worse, because Kinnan is just a combo engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in bracket 3 and below, I guess you could hold your combo till turn 7 every game, but that just defeats the purpose of the brackets, and you're like it needs to be a bracket 4 deck anyways.
Oh yeah, right. I agree with you there. TCR says, do we not need, or do we not feel like it changes the game as part of the 99? I do feel like it changes the game. Adds more consistency. If you're talking about Lutri, and with Kinnan,
he's talking about Kinnan.
And if you're talking about Kinnan, he's busted enough in decks. He's a strong card. He only gets stronger in the more powerful decks. Because Kinnan comes out turn 2. If he's your commander, he comes out early game or fast if you have the mana. If he's in the part of the 99, he just does a lot of stuff. Like I said, I run him in decks, and I'll tell you the decks I ran him in were like mid range. I ran him in a bracket 4 deck, and the bracket 4 deck I play is like a bracket 3 deck. Right, and my deck cares about taking extra turns, but it runs like a bracket 3 deck with the exception that it has looping turns as its win condition, and by win condition it builds up to win, and so I think if you're gonna run Kinnan in a deck, you're going to run them in a deck where you can abuse the hell out of them.
Yeah, and that's much less impactful in lower brackets, right? Because he's much harder to abuse in the lower brackets, and in the higher brackets, then you're just going to play like a crazy combo version of him, and everybody knows anyways, and everybody's on the same power level.
And Game Bob says, I think Golos needs unbanned and move to the Game Changer. Look, if they unban Golos, that gives me an excuse to build another 5-color commander deck.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Golos seems like it got put on the ban list at this moment just before the power creep really exploded. Because I remember when they put Golos on it like 3 years ago.
Can I give a hot take for a second?
Sure.
I think cards like Golos got on the ban list because too many people whined about it. And if people, instead of whined about it,
100%.
Instead of whine about it and try to work around it, because he's not broken as a commander. He's not broken as part of the 99. If people got smarter with the deck building, and in which I believe people are smart with the deck building, they would have figured out the problem, the solution. I mean, come on. Golos is an artifact, right? There are commons out there, like Naturalize, that can destroy them. That's my hot take for the moment.
Funny thing is I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's just real facts.
Now, I do think that there are definitely. So I was playing Modern when Golos got banned. I was not playing Commander, but the people who were playing at the shop I was playing at, they were playing Commander, and I think that there are a subset of people out there who absolutely think that Golos was one of the most busted creatures that Wizards ever put on cardboard, and then it needed to be banned. I think they genuinely believe that. I don't agree with that, but I think they honestly did believe that. And the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? People bitched and moaned and bitched and moaned, and since it was a fan-run format at the time, they're like, "Oh God, we should do something about this." And Golos got tagged, but there are so many more cards out there that have been printed since Golos got banned that make Golos just look not that great.
Look, I'll tell you what. You can hold me to this. If Golos gets unbanned, he's going to be my new Hearthrall 5-color commander I want.
Well, here's my question. I don't know Golos all that familiar, but doesn't the second ability on Golos basically almost do what Kennen does?
So let me read it to you. Cost 5 mana, legendary creature artifact scout, 3/5. He TPs, you search library for a land card, any land card, to put on the battlefield. Tap. Library. And you can pay Woobergen 2, so 7 mana, to exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them without paying their mana cost. So he gives you a lot of advantage.
Well, my opinion, because to me it sounds familiar to Kennen, because I think Kennen lets you play stuff for free too, right?
Well, I think he puts it into play, to be more specific. He lets you look at the top X amount of cards of the library. He looks at like 7 cards of your library. I could be wrong. I have to look it up. Then you get to put a creature card from among them into the battlefield.
In my personal opinion, if Kennen's not banned, Golos doesn't need to be banned. Like
Kennen isn't even a game changer anymore.
Right? It's crazy, right? It's crazy. And look, I have issues playing with like super high-powered games and stuff that we talked about when we were trying to get an even game going on. But like, I understand power level is just power level, and there's certain things that can just be a game changer, or some things like Kennen cannot be. TCR asks, why did we think WotC's avoiding banning Thassa's Oracle? Well,
because they don't want CDH to split off into its own format, and if you ban Thassa's Oracle, that's exactly what will happen. Because you just nuked the kill condition for a third of the format. Just blink.
Ooh.
And they don't want, like, CEDH is already very weary of WotC. Like, if you talk to the real hardcore CEDH players, they're incredibly weary of WotC being like to govern commander. So we talked about this on the show on Friday, that I genuinely think that they don't ban Thassa because it would cause the CEDH community to just split off and just say the hell with you.
Well,
and then WotC lost it again.
Well, the only problem in your logic I see is they'd have to think of that for it to happen.
Well, they have CEDH players on the format now, right? So in the last format panel update, they specifically brought in somebody from the CEDH community. So
Right.
while the main people at WotC aren't thinking about that, I guarantee that guy is.
Right. I'm just saying WotC would have to think about it. You know how it is in certain relationships. If it's my thought, it counts, but if it's your thought, it doesn't.
Fair.
Right.
That's a joke, a marriage joke, by the way, everybody. Oscar says he can't be broken. I disagree. Well, I'm not saying
Everything can be broken. Right? You can break almost every card in Magic.
Certain cards are just easy to break.
Yeah, certain cards are easier to break.
Mm-hmm. Oscar says most people just put every single extra turns in them. Sometimes people do. That's one thing I'm trying to do with my like I don't want to sound like that player, but I'm kind of that player in my bracket 4 deck. I want every non-exiling extra turn card I can get, just for that particular deck, because that's the thing the deck wants to do.
Yeah, and that's a bracket 4 deck. It should be trying to do that.
Isn't that the idea about why they ban cards to make the formats more open for diverse gameplay? They say that, but then they do things that say the opposite of that. Like they want to unban cards, but they're always putting this time was different. They didn't put a card on the ban list, which was interesting. But like they're trying to make the game more playable by giving more cards, and they're trying to see things from a power standpoint. I mean, let me break it down this way. This might be another hot take. Wizards of the Coast is trying to understand their own game so they can make the right rules. That's how it feels like. Wouldn't banning Thassa's Oracle make CDH less stale? Right now, the format feels like 50 Thassa's Oracle decks with 1 or 2 fringing decks occasionally showing up like Itali. Yeah.
I mean, CEDH isn't supposed to be this fun, diverse format. That's not why it exists. CEDH is literally, we're going to give you the biggest pool of cards that any format has except Vintage, and we're going to let you build this deck. And we do see decks that don't just win with Thassa, right? There are, like, the Turbo decks do, right? Turbo decks are absolutely going to Demonic Consultation or Tainted Pack and then Thassa, right? That's what they want to do. But you have decks that are just like very good mid-range decks that don't just try to turbo Thassa out as quickly as possible. And that's from I don't play CEDH, but I watch a lot of CEDH content because I really like the guys from Play to Win. I really enjoy their content.
Right. Oscar, people sometimes won't be honest about the brackets, is what I'm saying. We discussed that previously. We agree with you. And
if people are lying about what bracket they're playing in, then don't play with them anymore. Like, have a talk to them. Be like, hey, look, this deck, it's not in. You're saying it's bracket 3. It's not bracket 3. Please change it to make it bracket 3. And if they're not willing to do that, then don't invite them back to your pod.
And Dag Blaggett, with a handsome face of a picture, says, "Hit that like button, please."
Yeah, hit that like button.
That's right. This is I can't say the word. I know the word, but I can't say the word.
Circuitous?
Yeah, circuitous. Circuitous logic that is inconsistent for not banning Thoracle. Right. That's the one people are bringing up. Sounds like wanting your cake and eating it too. Hey, when people speak out both sides of their mouth simply because it benefits them, right? That's something that a lot of people do. But people are in for themselves for the long run, and while people like us are trying to speak for the whole group of people, we can. I live in a small town, so sometimes it's hard to find a local game store that has honest, nice people. I don't know. Well, it might be just your small town, because there's a lot of game stores I know where people are pretty good about talking about their decks and whatnot.
And I've said this before. If you are having a commander night at your LGS, and you have people who are showing up with decks that aren't what the LGS is saying or that's advertising, like we always advertise bracket 3. If your LGS is saying, hey, come play bracket 2 or come play bracket 3 commander on Tuesday night at 6:00, and people aren't bringing real decks, then that's a failure on your LGS. I say that as the person who runs the Magic at my LGS.
Right.
That's a failure on our part. then like we need to be on top of that.
TCR has a good question here. So alongside those lines, I hear a lot of casual players calling for Rhystic Study to be banned. Wouldn't doing that kill a large part of the counterspell and stack interaction gameplay in CDH? Well, I'll tell you what. I got 2 points about Rhystic Study being banned. One, people can actually just pay the 1, but they don't.
Just pay the damn 1.
Right? It's not that much of a tax. And 2, like if you pay the 1, the card's not that broken. unless what?
I got my opinion on this, and it's probably going to be a hated subject. But if they would go, let's say they're going to ban Rhystic Study, which personally I don't think that's ever going to happen. If they're going to do that, they need to ban stuff like the Smothering Tithe. They need to ban all those stack pieces like Propaganda, Sphere of Safety. There's no point in banning that card because all a person has to do is pay mana into that. It's not like it's going to take control of the game unless you have everybody not pay. Like the game we had the other night, I wasn't paying for a guy's treasures. He was probably getting 1 million treasures. Nobody was paying for Rhystic Study, and I was drawing like 10 cards every turn.
Right.
That's on the players for not paying the cost.
Right, and the tax wasn't ridiculous. Well, I just didn't pay the tax because no one else was. I'm like, he's already getting card advantage like crazy here.
Tort, you asked for a hot take. Here's my boiling hot take.
What's up?
If you've got a problem with Rhystic Study, it's a player issue. It's not a card issue.
Default players, I get it. And you know what? Sometimes the person riding the Rollerblades, the engine is a problem.
And I run one, so I have a lot of decks that have blue in them. Okay,
Right.
Like in my box, I think of the 12 decks, over half of them have blue. I have Rhystic Study in one deck.
Me too, Legion of Potatoes. Me too.
If they banned Sphere of Safety and Propaganda and Ghostly Prison, there goes one of my decks.
Yep.
What is it? Rhystic Study is only really a problem for people that draw a ton of cards every turn, right?
And Rhystic Study is only really a problem at higher power tables. Because at lower level tables, the average amount of spells played in a single turn is so much lower than at a higher table, right?
Right.
In brackets 2 and 3, well, 2 you're not going to see it. So brackets 3 specifically, where you would see Rhystic Study and it not be like, just one of your 3 game changers. You're not playing 4 or 5 spells a turn all the time. Like, yeah, once you get near the end game, people are going off and there's a lot of spells. And Rhystic might be drawing. But in CEDH, if somebody drops a Rhystic on 2 or 1, they're probably going to draw just a lot of cards off of every rotation because people are playing so many cards early on that they absolutely cannot pay the 1 for.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But with that, my friends, it is that time of day where we got to hit that button.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Hey, everybody. Look at the time of day it is. It's that time.
Whew.
We got to get to the shill section, thrill section. We got to end the show. We're actually a little overtime. Woo. Woo. Hot. Yeah. All right. With that, my friends, we're going to start with the Lone Wolf here to get us started in the shill section.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for having me on, and an awesome stream today. Don't forget to like the stream and help support everybody here. Let's get everybody's numbers up.
All right. Hold on a second. I'm trying to fulfill something. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Where am I? Here we go. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's put the link to Discord in the chat below if you want to join the Discord. With that, we're going to move on to Rayman.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. I am here at Mr. B's Game Lounge. We had a crazy weekend. We played so much Commander over the weekend. We do that every weekend. So if you're local and you're looking for a place to come play, come join us. We will have our stream tonight. I don't know exactly who's going to be on it yet. We had a couple people cancel, but we've looks like we've got our 4 squared away, or at least we have enough people who say they were going to come that we'll have squared away. So we will be having a game live tonight on our YouTube channel at Mr. B's Game Lounge on YouTube. So check us out for some bracket 3 games. And I guess I'm on a 23-hour break. See you guys mañana.
Yeah, tomorrow. All right, Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. The 25th, February 25th, I'll be playing with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards on Arena. We'll be doing the early access streamer events on this day. Will not be a morning stream on this day. Usually when I do these things, I skip my channel and come here, and then right after this, I go to my channel and start streaming. And it's going to be all-day events, all-day, all-night events. I have 24 hours access to these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards till they come out on Arena. But other than that, this afternoon, I'm going to be doing a Arena gameplay. Then later on today, sometime today, I'll be doing a channel membership stream. So all I got going on for today.
All right, sounds good. If you don't see everybody's links pop in the chat, they are in the description down below. With that, this is Super Fast Tortoise tonight. I'll be going live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't know exactly what I'm doing tonight yet, but hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you're notified when I do go live. But with that, I want to thank everybody for being here. Hillbilly, Rayman, Lone Wolf, thank you guys for being here. Thank you everybody in chat for being here. You guys are awesome. And hey, have a wonderful time a day. Hold on a second. There you go.
Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Yeah, technical difficulties. Trying to stand by. But hey, thank you, channel members, for being supporting the channel the way you do. Channel subscribers for growing the channel the way you do. You guys make a difference, and you guys just make a difference and are important. I want to remind you that. I want to remind you that you're loved. So think about you. If you can, say and or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change they need. With that, let's get out of here. Whoa. I want to thank you, channel members of the channel, for supporting this creep the way you do. You are awesome. And you subscribers, everybody that subscribes, you're doing amazing too. Thank you very much for all that you do. Oh no! What happened?
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning.